and we'll get started. First, I'd like to introduce Mr. Richard Gannon. Rich Gannon is our partner channel manager out of Denver, and he's going to explain to you a little bit more about the XO channel and how they're structured and how to take advantage of it. Rich?
Thanks, Adam. I'm good at using these things, but not going to kill you with PowerPoint, no death by PowerPoint, but I do want to give you a little bit of flavor for how XO's channel fits into the scheme of things, and just a high-level overview of XO for those of you that aren't as familiar with XO. And if you look at the screens around, I guess that's how we're doing it. I'm more used to having a big screen up front, but this is actually pretty cool. You know, we're a Herndon-based company, about 4,000 employees, $1.5 billion in revenue. We've been around for a while. Back in time, we purchased Allegiance Networks. That was before my time, but that made the company pretty big. We're really a privately owned company. We're owned by Carl Icahn. He owns the majority of the stock. So we're really not a real traded company, even though we trade on the stock exchange. Carl Icahn is our financier, our backer, and instrumentally involved in the direction of the company and the financing of the company. We have no debt. We're financially stable. We're growing. We're building. We're opening up new markets. We've opened up Charlotte. We're opening up Rochester, Buffalo, and some other markets this year. That's been pretty exciting for us. We have 3 key business units. The business unit that we're working with is business services. That includes both indirect and direct. And I say that because it really is an integral part of the company. Channel sales factor in very heavily, all the way to the top, a lot of visibility. Everything that we do in the company includes channel. We're about 25%, actually growing a little bit more of the company revenue, and we've been with the fastest growing unit, the best performing unit, year over year, and that's significant because it is a key part of our growth strategy. Have leadership here, Tom Gorey, who will be speaking a little bit later, sitting over here. He's our national director. A legacy of channel sales. He gets it, he understands it, communicates with the top, they understand it, and they are very supportive of everything we do. We've got a full portfolio of services. You'll understand a little bit more about how we actually work together, because it is a real team effort, and involves the local market. Broad portfolio of services, from traditional voice service, TDM services. We still sell PRIs, and Flex is our integrated access product, all the way up into disaster recovery. And you're going to hear more from XO in the future about hosted IT. We're moving into hosted exchange, BlackBerry Exchange, hosted server, and a bevy of services that we're going to be rolling out over time. So there's plenty to sell. We have the goods. Really is a business partner channel focus. Just partners as a whole are a real key here, and it is a master agent strategy. Telarus is one of our top master agents. They've grown with us. Great guys to work with. They have a unique value proposition in terms of what they offer to their partners, and we work very closely to make sure that they have the tools they need to support their back office and the things that they do exceptionally well and uniquely. We have dedicated local channel managers, so Phil Chandler. Phil, where are you? There he is. You'll probably all know Phil. Phil's the local guy. He lives, breathes, and dies Salt Lake. He's not supporting agents in other markets, in other areas. Salt Lake is his market, and we have that strategy around the country in all the markets that we do business in. I'm a partner channel manager, and Phil and I work very closely together. Again, it's a team. Phil is more transactional. I'm more contractual. I'm kind of an escalation point when needs are out there that aren't being met, or if you have questions, or if Phil, God forbid, last year when he was recuperating in the hospital from a skiing accident, covering for him, got his back covered, and we work very closely together. We also have, at the local level, dedicated sales engineers, Paul Skomolsky, who you'll be hearing from later on. So it's an integral part of the local Salt Lake City team. Now, Darren Castaigne, who's the general manager, could not be here. Darren is tying up loose ends back in Seattle, where he's moving back to Seattle. He was a youth football player, so a lot of people know him from the past. Great guy. He's very excited to be back here working in Salt Lake, and he is very channel-centric, very channel-friendly, and has big ideas, big plans for what we can do, which is partly why we're doing this right now. One of the things that we talked about, we said, Telarus is one of our top agents. the other thing is, we don't do a lot of business together in Salt Lake. Why is that? And we kind of scratch our heads and said, don't know. And we should probably figure out why we're not doing a lot of business. And that's part of the goal here, is to reach out to you as the local entities that are serving and selling to your customers, and see if we can tap into that resource and do business together. One of the other key assets that we have in terms of the teams, we have channel account managers. And this is a master agent strategy. Master agents get channel account managers, or CAMs. These are post-sales, aftermarket support to make sure everything is flowing through our systems. Orders flow through, commissions are getting paid. If accounts are not showing up, they get that corrected. Work with our dedicated CI agents or customer implementation agents. So every order that goes from Telarus to XO gets assigned to a dedicated agent, Nicole D. Herrera out of Denver, and she follows those orders through and quarterbacks them through the process to make sure that they're getting delivered on time. And probably as important, there's a feedback loop that we have, which is our advisory council. We take it very seriously. Telarus is a member of the advisory council, and they get to meet with our senior executives every quarter. And it's not just a glad hand, happy meal somewhere nice. They actually sit down, notes are taken, action items are noticed, and it goes out to our management and leadership throughout the company to get things done. They tell us what they want from us, what we need to do as a company to make our channel better. We take it very seriously. That's really it. And if there are any questions at this point, I'd be glad to answer anything, but I think it's pretty straightforward. We're just glad to be here. We'll earn your business, and I think that's the key. We will earn your business. We're not expecting a handout. We want to work hard for you, and we can do that. We have the resources, the products, the people, and at the end of the day, it's about people. And I think we have some of the best people in the industry that I've ever worked with, and it's pretty exciting. So welcome here.
Do you have tech support for installers that are on site, by chance?
Absolutely. 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 Yeah, one of the key things is, as a partner, we always say, let's not have an arm's length relationship. Get to know us, get to know the people, and especially with your first order, really do a deep dive, work with us very closely so you know how things work, how things flow. We're pretty automated in the way we do things, and that requires that, you understand how we work so that when your order goes in, nice, neat, clean orders, and it's partly our responsibility to make sure they're there, but they flow through very well. All right? Any other questions?